Yay!
Welcome to Summer Beauty Academy. Hello, friends. Oh my gosh.
Here. Okay.
We are so excited that you guys are here. We thank you for being on and joining us each week. Either you're catching the replay or you're watching live. We're really excited that you are here. Today we're going to talk about contouring, and I'm super, super excited. Marissa is going to be joining us in just a minute, but I wanted to talk about something that I think is really relevant right now. This would be a masking pimple. Not a masking, a wearing a mask pimple. And so I wanted to show you something that is limited edition and that you might have gotten overlooked because a lot of us couldn't order very many. And so we all have some still. So if you want them, contact us like ASAP to get a handle of them because they are wonderful. But I wanted to show you it today because I think it's just pretty interesting and it neutralizes that redness. And I'm red in general. Like I'm just red undertone, right? I'm going to start putting a little bit of primer on because one, it sucks up a little bit of oil from bebopping around today, and it's like softens the appearance of your pores. I'm sure Marissa's going to talk about it, but I better put that on before I put my green stick on. So here is the green stick.
Oh, cool.
It's green, girl. Green. And when I first got it, I was like, like, huh. Like, where am I going to put that? Okay, so here's the deal. You're going to put it on any type of red spot. I also have a little leftover one from there, little red there. And let's go ahead. I'm always kind of a little bit discolored here. I got a little sun. I know, it's bad. So when I do this, I kind of look a little bit crazy. And that comes out in the summer. You should never be left alone with yourself like very long in front of the mirror. Because then you start seeing this stuff and you're like, wow.
That's what I mean.
Where did that, my husband, bless him. I gotta tell you one quick story because it's right. I haven't been wearing a ton of makeup because we've been at home and not going anywhere. And so I just haven't been wearing a lot. And I had my bangs pinned back like this one day. And my husband looks at me. He's like, do you have dirt on your forehead? And I was like, no, that's sun damage and probably a little bit from having children. You know, like how you get discolored skin sometimes from having babies. And I was just like, how dare you talk about my dirty forehead? I could have killed him. Okay, so I just kind of popped that on to where I'm a little bit more red. And I know that looks crazy town, and that's okay. Just bear with me here. So there's two ways that you can actually do this. And I like to blend it in a little bit more. Like you'll see it when we put the foundation on top because it's just a little bit different that way. But I like to blend it in a little bit. My favorite way is actually using the blending sponge because I think that's really, really great. And I just like how it blends, but I forgot to grab it. So we're going to use this brush. This is our blending brush. It's got a little thicker bristle. And I'm not going to rub this over. I'm just going to lightly kind of pat it on in. And I know it still looks crazy. I know. But we're gonna roll with it because Marissa's going to teach us how to contour. We're going to put our foundation on with her. But I just wanted to show you this because in case if any of you are having a little bit more blemishes here and there from those stupid masks, that this would be a great way of neutralizing that discoloration. So it really helps wipe it out. It's just kind of like an eraser stick for that coloring. Okay, so I know I look cool. And sometimes you just gotta be green, and green with envy. Oh my gosh! And pass it on over to Miss Marissa.
Hi. The thing would not let me in, but I'm in now. So
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm glad you're here.
would not stop loading. Okay, I'm kind of. There you go. Okay, so are you guys ready to contour?
Yes.
Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to show a few different tricks that I've learned from whether it's from Mary Kay or from going to beauty school, being a professional makeup artist. I've learned a few tricks along the way, and I'm excited to show them to you. So I'm going to use a few other tricks I also learned from Erica a few weeks ago, and a few other tricks along the way too. So first, I'm going to start with a technique that not normally people would start with, but I'm going to start with this, your translucent loose powder. So this is going to really, really, really help your face stay on all day long from morning to night, and then you don't have to. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on like a bunch of boxes. My phone's sitting on a bunch of boxes, so we're making it do.
Take a picture of you. I want to see a picture of you in your boxes.
Oh my gosh! Well, this is. It's all good. It's not.
Oh my
easy.
God.
I mean, it's not for a Mary Kay person. Okay, so first we're gonna start with this. And because I have it all together today, I forgot some of my brushes, but we're gonna make it work. I'm not in my normal setting today, so I'm kind of crazy. But first
I forgot the mirror, so it's just that kind of day. I didn't even have a mirror. What was I going to
We
use?
can use this. Use this. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So first, I'm gonna have you use you guys want to hold up your all over powder brush, your big powder brush. So that's what we're gonna be using to put it on. And so take a little bit of powder in there. And then you're just going to do a very light layer all over your whole face. So just don't have to be careful. Just kind of like all over. It doesn't have to be precise or anything. This is also a great dry shampoo if you need one. Okay, so this is just going to help give your skin a really nice soft finish and also a light matte finish. So if you're anyone's like me and like really oily, this is really good. Okay, so now that you have your powder on, I'm going to have you take your setting spray and then you use this over the powder, just like all over, kind of. You don't need like you spray all over. Okay.
It's so refreshing. That's what I love.
This is good for. Yeah, it is nice, and it's gonna help your foundation and your makeup just stay on all day long. I use only Mary Kay products whenever I do bridal parties for their weddings, and their wedding pictures always look flawless, and even into midnight their makeup looks amazing. So I know people always ask, are you really only using Mary Kay? And I'm like, yeah, only Mary Kay. Seriously, amazing. So spray all over, keeping it on all day long, and then you will take your primer. So you're gonna use your primer and just do a little bit. You will need about a pea-sized amount. Then you're gonna do that all over your face. So this is just gonna ensure that your makeup is gonna be a smooth finish. It's gonna feel really good, and it's just gonna stay on like all day. So I know it's evening time, but don't sleep in your makeup, please.
I have a question for you, Marissa.
Yeah.
Why do you like? What's your reasoning behind starting with the powder and then doing primer? Because I've like not done it that way before.
Yeah, I found it on a makeup page that somebody posted about, and I was like, I want to try that. And so I tried it, and it worked. And I don't really know the science behind it, but it works. So I'm going to do it, teach it to you guys. But really, it's just going to help your foundation go on a really smooth finish. And it's just going to look really, really good. And it's going to stay on longer. I don't really know why that order does it. But using the powder first to give like a really soft, smooth, like polished finish, and then the spray helps lock in the powder. And it's only a fine amount of powder. It's not a lot of powder like we did. It's just a little bit. And then spraying on the spray after locks that in, and then you're doing the foundation over top. So this is kind of like your pre-primer, which is, or the other stuff is your pre-primer, which is kind of backwards, but whatever. Okay, so next you're going to take your concealer and your under eye corrector, and you can mix them together on your hand a little bit, or you can do the under eye corrector first if you'd like, if you have dark circles. And then you're going to take your cream brush. This is where Erica, her tip comes in very nicely. I did it on my brides for the first time last weekend, and it was amazing. And you're going to just do like a sit-down triangle underneath your eyes. And you can do your whole lid as well for your primer on your eyes. It's going to act as a primer. Make sure you're commenting below so we know that you're here. And if you're watching the replay, you can still comment, I think, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what shade are you guys using for your...
So, under eye corrector, check. Concealer, not check. Any alternatives?
What'd you say?
Under eye concealer, check. A corrector, check. Concealer, not check. Any alternatives?
So I'm using
Yeah.
Deep Ivory for my concealer.
Okay.
I'm light ivory.
Another thing is... Okay, I'm using light ivory as well. And when you put this on, don't like rub it out all the way. Just kind of leave it there.
I'm light bronze.
Caroline says she can't comment on YouTube.
Oh, she said, I finally figured out how to get in.
Oh, Corinne.
Comment. Yay, you rock.
Yay, Corinne. I'm glad you're here.
Korean? Okay, Caroline says she can't comment.
She has to log in.
Okay, again, Caroline.
Yeah.
Well, if you're here and you can't get logged in, say live, like text your gal live, and we'll know that you're here.
Yay.
Yeah, so this isn't going to look pretty yet, okay? This is what I look like.
Let me zoom in.
Okay, so we're just going to kind of let that sit for a second. Hi. Okay, also I want you to put this anywhere that you have maybe like a blemish, but don't like rub it in, just place it over top. This is kind of like how I do, if I'm going to do like full face makeup, this is how I do it. And I will tell you, I rarely ever, I just didn't know how I liked it, but I don't know where a comment button is, she said. I rarely ever do my foundation without contouring. I feel like I look a little bit flat without it. So that's what I'm going to teach you today, how to contour. And it's really simple, to be honest. Like, I think people on YouTube, except for our YouTube, and then like Instagram and Facebook, like videos that you see, it's just very complicated, but it doesn't have to be. It's like really simple the way I teach it. Once this is all on, the actual contouring part takes like less than 5 minutes, so it's easy. Okay, so I like to go around like my nose because it's very red, and so you can use a green stick that Sarah had on too, which is super helpful if you have redness in your skin. And I had a puppy scratch me on the face today, so I have a lot of redness right here.
Isn't it interesting
Okay,
to me
so
how, like, you know how Erica said to like put it on and let it sit? It does change colors. And the longer you let it sit, it just like changes.
yeah.
So just so you know, I mixed my under eye corrector with just a little CC Cream Deep. And that took it from ghostly white to when we finish, you should look great.
Well,
Zoom in on. Wow.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Hey.
Yeah, that looks nice. Sometimes you have to improvise. Like today, I didn't bring a few things, and I'm the one teaching. But you figure it out. All right. So, John, we're just gonna let it sit for a second, but it should have sat now for a little bit. So we should be able to go back in with a all over eye color brush. Again, this is Erica's tip. Woohoo, Erica. Okay, and then I have to grab my mirror here. Just go ahead and just underneath the eye area and around the eye area, don't blend in the spots that you had put on your blemishes. Only around the eye areas where you're going to kind of buff this out with just a clean, nothing on it brush.
Okay. Buff it out.
This is why you can have more than one brush.
That's
More
right.
than one brush too.
What'd you say?
This is totally why you should have more than one of every brush.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to worry about cleaning them as often, and you have multiples of these when you don't want to use mineral on top of this one now,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Man, I'm gonna have to go get ice cream or something after this. All right. So it kind of just gives it a nice smooth finish. And if you were here for Erica's, you know that it's gonna be a nice smooth look. And obviously this is for underneath foundation, so you're not gonna be walking around like this. I know you want to, but don't do it. And then because eyelids in general are usually naturally oily. So in being an extra oily gal myself, I like to kind of go in with a little bit of powder and just kind of pop it over top.
So Tara asks, what are you using again?
I just used under eye corrector and concealer on my under eyes, on my whole eye area here. And then on my face, I just used concealer in my shade on the area that I had a blemish or just redness, or like Sarah did, you could use the green stick too to help color correct. You only need very little of the green stick. I don't know if she mentioned that, but yeah. And then I'm now using a little bit of loose powder over top just to kind of, once I already went over with the clean eye brush, just above the eye area. We're going to let these ones sit alone though. And then I'm taking powder over top just to kind of mat it all out at it, because the eyelids are naturally oily. So you don't want to let them crease, which a cream will just naturally do if you let it sit in oil. So just let it kind of fluff over. You don't need a whole lot. This isn't give color or anything. It's just a loose powder. A translucent powder is really nice to have. So this is just for the lids. You don't need to put it on underneath, because we have to put on foundation still. And personally, I'm going to be using liquid. So yeah. And this is just going to, if it feels sticky at all, if anything ever feels sticky with your makeup, just throw on some powder and it should. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my matte 3D foundation, my liquid. This one is an anti-aging foundation. It has IntelliMatch technology, which is going to morph to your skin tone. So have your consultant match you with the closest one, and then it should match your skin tone perfectly after that. It's really awesome. This is my favorite foundation ever, and my favorite part of a facial or a party with us Mary Kay girls is watching it match to you when you put it on. It's just part. So I'm just going to grab some on there, and then what I do is I literally just do polka dots all over my face, and then I just blend it in with my liquid foundation brush. And then remember, I'm not buffing these out. I'm literally just going to leave them like that. So go ahead and put on your foundation, whether it's mineral, liquid. I'm using the 3D matte foundation in Ivory N160.
Oh, we're twins.
I'm usually not this dark. I gave myself a spray.
Mine's the luminous, but still same color.
Yeah. What are you guys using for foundation?
I'm using the CC cream in Deep.
Perfect. If you want a really, really good coverage, using that underneath liquid is awesome.
And I'm a 150 in the time-wise.
A bronze?
Wow.
Time-wise, I'm bronze 120.
Nice.
Well, I was. Who knows what I am now? This was pre-COVID. We'll see what I am. I put this on. I look like a geisha. You guys know I'm no longer that color. We'll work it out.
I'm using Bane
Work it out.
W100 in the matte.
You got some color.
I got a lot of color. It's
All right.
crazy. Because normally, like, I'm an Ivory N160.
Yeah. I feel like a
Now,
genius. Match it
Sorry, go
perfectly
ahead.
with some. Oh my gosh, I feel good that I got that perfectly, and then it just matches them flawlessly. I'm like, yes. What were you gonna say, Erica?
I use, you guys know I have rosacea and psoriasis, so I have some things to cover. And I use the cream to powder sometimes when I really need extra coverage of my spots.
Yeah.
So that you're going to see me putting a little more spot treatment on with this one.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I know cream isn't in the toolkit, but I do have a trick with it. I might just show you for fun. When we start contouring. But cream to powder is really good for oily skin. It's just like it almost feels like a really dense mousse almost. It's not fluffy like a mousse, but it's just like a really dense cream. It reminds me of mousse. I don't know if that's even correct, but I really like to put that on for when I'm oily or like in the summertime. It feels really good. Gives really good. Something I like about the Time Wise foundation, the 3D, is it is a buildable coverage. So you're not gonna put it on immediately and feel cakey or too light, or like what I really like is because I have more acne down here. Down here in the beard area is hormonal acne, so that's normally just what I get, and that is really awesome for coverage because I can just put more down here and not up here, and it still looks even, which I really like.
So you can see how, like, you can't even see that dark spot that I put that
Green on.
stick on. And then this is the green stick. You can see the green on this side, and I only did this side of my face. So it took that down a lot. Like that one you can still see a smidge, but you can't even see that little other bottom one that I did.
No, you can't. That's amazing.
Amazing.
Like magic.
Yeah, I love the Yay.
And by the way, I know we're talking about brushes. I love this little blending brush, y'all. I just had to say that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So when I use the 3D, Time Wise 3D, what did I say? Bronze W20. Jeez, I love that brush. It just gets me so excited. And I'm still that shade, by the way. Hold on, my
Good.
husband's coming. Who knows what he'll say?
Okay, are you guys ready to contour?
Yes.
So that's just like my trick for leaving on your foundation and having it just like look really, really good all day long. So you can stop here and just like have your foundation on, but let me tell you, when you are going out, once COVID's over and you're going out to places and you're going on dates with your man or your lady and you're like, I want to look awesome, you're going to contour and you're going to feel good about it. And you can tell people, I know how to contour, because a lot of people don't know and they think it's like really complicated, and it's really not. And so I'm going to show you my best favorite tricks. Okay. So something that I learned when I learned to contour was to think of it as like a number 3. And of course, everybody's face shape is a little bit different. So, but this is how I like to teach basic contouring. And then if you want to know a little bit more about like in-depth contouring, like you want to like contour your nose and your lips and your anything else, like you can contour your body, which is a little bit crazy, but you can do it. But we're just going to do your face right now. So first I want you to locate your cheekbone. Okay. So if you don't know really where that is, or you feel like it's a little lost on your face, you can just grab the top of your ear right here. And then it just goes down from there. And you're going to stop at about the end of your eye. So if you do a fishy face, you can kind of see it a little better. And you're not going to go all the way into your mouth, because then you look like a skeleton. So if you're doing Halloween makeup, you can go all the way in and then down and it looks like a skeleton. But we're not going to do that because it's not Halloween yet. So just stop at like the end of your eyebrow, the end of your eye here. And again, I forgot my cheek brush, but you guys can hold the brush and show the edge, the tall edge there is where we're going to use it. So just dip that into your contour whether it's cocoa or latte. Let me know what colors you guys are using.
Cocoa.
Akila, am I using cocoa or latte?
Cocoa.
Okay.
What's this one called?
Latte. Hey, Christina. Christina said hello. Dee said that's amazing.
Hi. Good. Okay. So, another trick for like if you're not quite sure where to put the contour on your cheekbone is go like this. Wait, I have to think. Yeah, okay. So, and then you're going to use, okay, so say you're using your left hand. So just grab your left hand. And then you're going to do it on your right cheek, okay?
Yes.
Put your thumb on your nose, just on the edge of your nose, and then your pointer finger at the top of your ear. And that is where you're going to do your contour, okay?
Nice.
You don't want to put it too low. You don't want to do it too high because we're also going to do cheek color and highlighter. So if it's too low, you're going to look sick again, and you're going to look like a skeleton. And if you're doing it too high, it's just going to look like you have brown blush on, which isn't like super flattering. So you're going to do nose, top of ear, and then right here to the end of your eyebrow, okay? So look at like that triangle. And so I'm using latte.
Okay.
Just on like the edge of that brush. And you're just going to start at the ear, and do not be afraid to go into your hairline. You should go into your hairline because otherwise your face doesn't stop right here, it stops in your hair, right? So you're gonna wash your hair eventually anyway. Just put it in your hair. You'll wash your hair next week anyway, so.
I
I think I went too far. I think if I used a mirror instead of computer, I might have better results. I don't know, but we're going to try it.
I think typically I'm contouring a little bit more down in here. But with that rule, it's a little bit up here. Am I too high?
Mine is high. Normal. Maybe I've been doing
You
it
can
wrong.
go lower, but not too much lower.
Okay.
You can go like either on the top of your ear, like right where this little notch is on your ear, you can start there too. So like in that little area here, you can kind of go, because it's not going to be like one skinny line. It's going to be more of like a, I don't know, like a, it's like the hollow of your cheek, right? So if you have it, I mean, I'm being very literal by doing this, but like that's just like a general area of where you want to put it. So like if you start like in that notch right here too, if you think it's a little too high, you can start here and then just brush out. And then
So
just kind
is
of
it
fluff it. It doesn't have to be
Is it in the hollow or above the hollow? That's where I'm confused.
right in the hollow.
In the hollow. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I kind of said to do it higher, but just kind of, that's like a general, if you're not sure where to put it, that's where you want to put it, but just bring it a little lower, but not too low, not down here or anything, right? So just keep it at like this notch in your ear.
Okay, I'm done.
And then
Both sides or just one? I mean, I'm done for that side.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
so
I never give up. It looks like the Grim Reaper before I give up. No, ma'am.
Cassandra is using cocoa. All right. Yes.
okay. And then we'll just do one side at a time, okay?
Oh.
Oh, oops.
Oops.
Me and Wanda, we're always
Always afraid that I'm gonna be behind, so I keep going, and you're like, okay, just one side. Oops.
If you haven't done the other side yet, stop, because I want you to do just one half to show you what contouring does for your face, okay? So I want you to Wanda, can you see me? Are you here?
I'm laughing at Akila because she was wiping it off. I'm sorry. I'm here.
So once you're done there, just kind of let it sit for a second, and then you're gonna go up here. So remember, it's like a 3. I just kind of started. Maybe I should start at top. I didn't really plan this very well. Okay, so now we're gonna go above here. So really, what contouring does is gonna give you a natural shadow. So that's why, like, I don't teach the really extensive contouring because that's not what you naturally look like. I want it to look natural. So, and I think a lot of people can agree with that. So where the sun hits you is going to be right here is where you're going to get a tan, possibly, if you can, or burn is where you're going to burn. There is where the sun's going to hit you. And then you're also going to give the illusion of like a slimmer face. So that's what contouring really does, is it gives your face shape. So the ideal face shape is an oval. So congratulations if you're oval, you need to do nothing. But if like perfect, she's got an oval face.
Not perfect.
So we're all gonna look like Sarah when we're done. Okay. So
Right.
if you have like
I totally missed that. I missed that.
oval is the perfect face shape according to when I went to beauty school. So according to, I don't know who says that, but oval is the perfect face shape. So Sarah's got it. Let's all look at Sarah. So we're gonna look like. So grab your
Ooh. Ah.
so again, just do the 1/2. Okay. So you're gonna
Okay,
place
1/2.
in your hairline, because your face doesn't start down here, it starts up here.
It does.
So kind of look and just kind of go a little bit in your hairline. You don't have to bring it all the way down, just kind of bring it a little, like maybe like an inch forward. If you have a 5 head or maybe perhaps a 6 head, you can go a little down. Like
Me.
yeah. And you don't have to go like, you don't have to go all the way to it. Just kind of go to about where that hairline stops right here.
Oh, too late.
It's not like you really can't do this very wrong. Like,
Actually, I'm excited. I think I'm doing okay.
yeah, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Okay.
Wait, Marissa, are you using latte also?
Yes.
I feel like I need the other color.
Girl,
Can
you
you
can't
see
go
it?
cocoa.
Do it.
You
You might.
can't go cocoa.
Well, no, at seminar
could,
there
you
was a
just
lady
need-
my coloring who was using cocoa because you can blend it. But I feel like, can you see it?
Do cocoa. Use very little though. You don't need a lot. I've used cocoa before and it looks. I'll use cocoa right now. So,
You know Wanda can't handle that.
see,
Okay.
you'd only need a little tiny bit because
Okay.
it is pretty dark. But yeah, okay. So you got the sunshine's up here. You're giving the slimmer face illusion on here, and then now we're gonna go down here. So at the end, you're gonna see it looks like a
That's the
3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, let's get the 3, honey. So 1, 2, and then here. Okay. Oh
Okay,
yeah,
and then
lead up under here. Yes, honey. We need that to be slimmer.
you're quick, Wanda. Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
You're getting ready to go in timeout, girl.
Okay, so give me your
That was funny.
okay. So you're gonna start at like push out your jawline. You can see where your jawline is. If you really can't see your jawline, just kind of like see where you want to put it, and then you're just gonna like put it underneath here,
Mhm.
and then a little bit back here to kind of create a jawline.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
No, you just said something. Whew.
Something I like to do too, just to kind of bring it down, is like if say you're doing your right half of your face right now or either side, just look the opposite way and you can see this little, I don't know what this is called. Like
Yep.
What is-
No cloud mastoid.
So turn
Right
that, okay, and then bring it like down in the inside of it. And it just kind of gives a natural,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
because your face also doesn't stop right here. So like you want to make sure
Uh-huh.
putting it down so it looks natural. It's not like you have a whole face of just makeup starts right here and ends right here. You know, you want to blend it out. So
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
look at that sternal cloud. Looking good.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make me take my
Turn
earring
it
off so
mastoid.
y'all can see how cute I'm looking? Wait a minute.
Corinne says she loves these lives. We are such a hoot.
Crazy.
Because
love
Sandra
that.
said she's a round face chick. She's in the house.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What's my face shape, guys?
I was waiting on somebody to tell me.
Beautiful.
And then I come down.
Are we
SpongeBob.
oval?
Maybe.
I would
Say it
say-
again, Marissa.
Are we feeling oval yet?
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling skinny. You said I was going to be skinny like Sarah. That's all I heard.
Me too. I just got all the meat right here. I'm loving it.
Perfect.
Mhm.
don't add any more, but just take your brush that you have and just kind of like go all over. Like it doesn't have to be clean. It's not like has a whole bunch of color on it. So just kind of blend that out. And then you can, if you're wearing like a strapless dress thing, you can like go like this and do like your clavicle. And then we get into like this whole contouring thing. If you've got
right.
Like,
We'll talk later about this right here.
It looks good.
That's
Okay.
7. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so if you, that's like the contour color. We haven't gotten into cheek color yet, which is really easy. But just looking at the contour alone, like first of all, just like look at my half and half. Okay. Okay. Contour. No contour.
Oh wow.
Again.
Do it again.
One time.
Wow.
Ah.
Where's my phone?
It adds
Oh yeah, we gotta take our pictures.
oval, not oval.
Okay.
Okay. So like it adds a lot. Like it really does slim that down. And it's really just an illusion. Makeup is just an illusion. That's why we're doing it apparently. So we don't really know why we do makeup, but it makes us feel good about ourselves. So that's good.
It does.
Okay. And then
Awesome.
we're gonna take your cheek color. And the next, so you're gonna use the same brush, the one that you're using for the cheek. Hold up the cheek and then show where like the base of it is, like dome. So like turn it to the side, like Wanda has. Yep. And so you were using the top part, and then now you're gonna use like the base of it, right? So this is gonna, the top part's gonna give you that sharpness for the contour, and then now you're gonna use the base of it for your cheek. And also there's a dimple in there for your thumb, so you can just grab with your thumb there in the dimple,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna.
Gosh. Ain't never paid no attention to that dimple right there. Look at it.
How long has that been there?
whole time.
Magic is it just magically appeared, like for real.
Yeah. And then on your other side for the contour, put your pointer finger in it. Try it.
I am
Shut
not
up.
you,
I
girl.
can't believe this.
Shut the front door.
How long have we had these brushes?
Mm.
5 years. It's fine.
Girl.
Hey, Vanessa said she got it. She can comment.
Comment.
Yay, that's all. Yeah, she was texting me. She was trying to figure out how to comment. She got it. Yay.
Okay, so you dip it in like this part in here?
Like normal, like with your like a pencil. Hold it like normal, Erica, and then put your thumb in the dimple. Yes, and then cover the coat the base in whatever color you choose. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna do. Oh, what color should I do?
So it's only like a quarter on there. Is that correct? Can't see mine.
Yes, where your thumb is. You're right, Mamie. Right there. See?
I mean the color. You only have like I can't see mine, but is there only like quarter of the brush that's got color on it?
Well, you can coat the base
See
like,
how they're
like Akila does there.
Okay,
I'm
Keela,
blind
look.
today. I can't see.
What color you using, Akila?
I don't know. It's my
I'm
favorite.
going with coral, baby. I'm going with coral.
Me
do
too.
coral?
hot coral. I'm using
Not
hot coral.
coral. It's my new color. Thank
Girl.
you, Sarah, for introducing me to my
Baby.
friend Hot Coral.
I did a whole photo shoot with hot coral. Okay, I'm sorry. What are we doing with this? I'm being quiet.
I'm gonna put this is going to be so okay. First, you're gonna locate where you put your contour. Again, you don't want to put the cheek color like way in here because then you're gonna look like a crazy person. So just start at the like balls of your cheeks, but like not right here, right here. Okay. So and you want it to look like Neapolitan ice cream when we're done. A little bit, and that's I guess I should say that's more so for like my ivory girls, but like with the contour, I meant like with the contour, the cheek color, which is like
In the highlight. Yeah.
and the highlight is like vanilla. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna place it overlapping the contour. So say this is the contour, you're gonna put the cheek color like this. So not like this, but like this. So you're gonna light. So what? Are you watching? I have your eyes. Hi. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. Then you're gonna place it like here, and then your hair and up your temple.
Ah,
Look at how she pats it on.
I know,
Oh.
right? I've been scrubbing and rubbing. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Here goes.
Here goes nothing. Try it out.
Can't believe my heart started pounding. I'm like, I don't know if I could put the blush on like that.
It looks so much better. I swear to God, it does. It really looks so much better. Look.
It's
It
on
does.
Juicy Peach. Okay.
Who's wearing Juicy Peach? Aquila?
Cassandra on the live.
Oh, okay. Hey, Cassandra.
I'm
Popping the
Rosie
coral,
Nude.
baby. Popping the coral. Mm.
Wait, what? Aquila, what are you
Rosie Nude.
Ooh.
That's my fave.
wearing? I do have to say something about hot coral. For my coloring, you got to blend it in. Because
You need-
sometimes I get distracted. But I love it.
If you one thing I hear a lot from people at parties and when I'm teaching contouring is they're like, I don't really want to wear a blush or cheek color because I'm already like really red, so like I don't need it.
Mm.
Wrong. Okay, stop
Okay,
thinking
let me ask you a question. Is that wrong?
wrong. Okay,
Wrong.
why? Even though you have rosacea on, if you're wearing no makeup, you don't really need blush. But like if you're wearing this makeup or you're going out or whatever, an event, and you're like, I want to contour, you need to use cheek color. Okay, whether it's a brown cheek color like a berry or a bright pink, hot coral, whatever. So you need it because it's going to give color to your face and it's going to give lively, like you look like you're alive and not dead. So like
That's
you're gonna
always
use
good.
that color, yeah, you want to look alive. Okay, so I use Road. And then another trick is if you have like a more muted color, grab a bright color. Okay, like perhaps hot coral or juicy peach if you're using something other than that, and pop it like just right here, just the very front.
What you doing, Kiki? I see you.
Juicy Peach.
Ooh.
I'm like, who's Kiki? We got somebody else on here.
Kiki, do you love me?
She was concentrating so hard on getting that on there. I was like, what you doing? I see you.
And
reason-
Marissa, you know, the people, because, you know, well, I have rosacea. I got all kinds of crazy going on, but God didn't put our rosacea in a nice, beautiful line and blend it. He just gave us a spot here and a spot there, you know. So I think that's a really great point that you said. It also draws attention to that beautiful cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's lift. So like it's
Yeah.
lifting your cheek and it's just giving you color. And it's you don't need a whole lot. You just need a little bit, and it just gives you a little bit of pop. It looks good. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sarah, are you hiding from us? We can't. It's all dark.
I know my light is dying. I haven't plugged in, but it's
Oh, that's
being,
good. That's better.
it's being angry with me, so I'm leaving it off while she's talking.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
You're gonna save it for the big reveal. Okay.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh.
Kareem said, add to the skeleton look.
Adds to the skeleton look.
I want that body contouring. Does that mean I'm gonna be like 60 pounds lighter? That's all I want to know. How many how many pans of the highlight and contour do I
have
need?
mercy, yes.
I'm gonna move.
So Erica, I don't know if somebody said it earlier, but Christina said she could see the latte on you.
Yep, she
She
did.
can?
She said she could, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Christina.
Do I look like I have boobs now?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Wow. Your husband's gonna be like, where were you?
Oh my gosh. I love her.
I love her so much.
Oh boy.
Last thing I want you to do is
I want you
grab
to use the blush there. Oops.
highlighter.
Highlighter.
Personally, the highlighters that we have are nice, but I feel like sometimes they're a little bit too like yellow and orange for me. So I'm going to grab the color Moonstone from the eyeshadow palette.
I may have to join you
I'm
there.
gonna use Crystalline. Is that okay?
Yes, I am.
There's glazed. Glazed and honey glow are really pretty. I actually just recently pulled the
Glazed.
honey glow and I love it for me. And I'm fair.
It's my
Yeah.
face. It's almost gone.
I'm doing glazed. Where is it? Which side? This side. Yeah.
Really, for a highlight is just finding a lighter color that's, I think, a little bit gives you a little shimmer, a little bit of a glow to you.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
Lighter than I normally do. I'm gonna step outside the box here.
Are you guys doing Moonstone too?
I'm gonna
I'm
do
doing glazed.
I'm gonna do Moonstone just to see what's happening.
And I'm
Yeah,
doing
so-
crystal.
Well, Moonstone's
you
my
guys
favorite,
do-
so it's about out in my palette, so I have to switch up.
I'm just using Moonstone because I feel like some of those are the other two are like a little bit orange for me. But you can use whatever highlight you want. So grab whichever one you want, and
Got
then
it.
you're gonna again like layer this from the cheek color to the highlight. Okay, and you only need a little bit. I feel like sometimes people do highlighter like they look like the Tin Man when they're done. I feel like it's very trendy right now to use a lot of highlighter, and it is like a bit much. Okay, so if you're wanting this to look natural, follow my lead. So where you're gonna put this is just overlapping that.
Which brush is that, baby?
This is just the all over eye color brush, but it's a little bit small, so I'm gonna use my.
So can
So
I
I'm
use the cheek?
overlapping. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm using my cheek color brush again. Okay.
Okay.
So just overlap right here on like.
Is
the
it on top of the blush or in between the blush and the contour?
Can you see it
On top of the blush.
on top
Thank
of the
you.
brush? Yeah. So like it should just be like a catch in the sunlight almost.
Okay. And which edge of the cheek brush are we using? We going back like we did with the contour, or
Yeah,
are we
and
doing
just-
the bigger side?
Clean off the tip first, the top edge, like you did with the contour, and then just use that.
Thank
You just
you.
need. And
Because
then
my index finger goes there now because we're using that side of the brush.
yeah,
See, that's when you think I'm not paying attention. I pay attention, girl.
and you can
There's
do it a
a
little.
dent on the all over eyeshadow brush too.
Shut it. Is
I got 20 of these. I didn't even know.
it? Girl, we learning some stuff.
Sarah, did you know this
About the highlight,
about the dents, the dimple on the brushes?
is there one?
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew the liquid foundation brush.
Mm,
For the cheek brush.
Or yeah.
All
That's what I meant.
over. So what you would hold it like this? The all over eyeshadow?
I feel like that brush is a little bit small. I feel like that one's just to keep in the bristles.
Yeah,
But
that one's a pinch. Like that one's pinched to like keep the bristles in.
Ow.
This was clearly a dent made for your fingers. Yeah, that's like a
Okay.
nice. A great.
Marissa, I might have to meet you for ice
Look,
cream,
my
girl. They don't
fingers
even
are
know we
small,
don't even
okay?
live in the same city. Look.
you can,
Do you see it, girl? Do you see me?
yes, looks so good. Okay,
Oh,
another put your
One more
highlight.
time, Wanda.
Ooh, look at you.
Oh yeah. Where
What
you
color was
Erica? Where you at, Erica? Ooh,
Ooh, look at yours, darling.
I see it. The light.
Yes.
See it?
All right, Sarah, pop
Yeah.
that light, boo. Pop that light.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pop the light, mama.
For like a second.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, I see it. Mm.
Love it.
Oh, look at that, mama.
Highlight.
What's that color?
Moonstone and Rosy Nude. Yeah.
Looking good. So do you guys see where I have like the Neapolitan, It's like chocolate, strawberry, vanilla?
Yeah. Oh my God.
And this is like a tip of your nose, a little bit. Give yourself a mini mustache.
Is that highlight?
What is that? Highlight?
Yeah, kids are doing that nowadays. I don't really know why, but that's what they're doing.
What?
My
I'm getting
words, too.
a shiny mustache. What?
Just put it a little bit above your
Cupid's
cupid.
bow.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it in the middle, the Cupid's bow, yeah, but I didn't know the whole thing. Okay.
Okay.
Just like- okay, and then lastly, you're gonna grab your all over eyeshadow brush or your sponge. You can use kind of whatever for this. And you're going to grab, like, again, sorry, I'm not using my correct brushes, so don't really look closely at mine. But you're just gonna pack it on. And we're gonna quick bake, okay?
Oh, I found out what that was about a year ago and lost my mind.
So this is gonna really help set your makeup.
Which brush? The olive? I'm slow here. Don't make me laugh. I'll blow this away. It's all over?
You can, yeah, you can use your all over powder brush or your sponge if you want it a little bit more dense.
Okay.
You can use your blending brush. That's pretty dense. So where you're going to put this, first, I want you to put it underneath your eyes like this and all the way back. You actually probably should have done this before you highlighted, so I'm sorry, you might have to go over again with almost for this part. So this is going to like your setting of your foundation underneath. But for your powder brush, go ahead and kind of pinch the tip so it makes like a tip. Like pinch the top like this so it creates like a tip. And then it's a little bit more dense. Yeah. So just go ahead and kind of place it underneath. And this is just going to help set. And if you're using translucent powder, it can leave a little bit of a white residue because it's kind of like so dense.
I went heavy. I think I went heavy.
Yeah. So if you feel like it might be a little light, you can actually use like a lighter mineral color of your own skin color. But another place you're going to put this is underneath your contour. Okay. So remember where your contour is.
Mm-hmm.
And then see like where it ends, which is usually right above your earlobe, like right here. Kind of just, you can zoom in if you want, but this is where you're going to place it.
You could also use our pressed powders.
Yeah, you can do that too. So kind of just, and you're not going to
Geisha.
but
I can't.
just kind of set it on there. If you're feeling like you're a little bit oily, you can put it in the places, because this is just for setting, remember? So you're just going to kind of set this in the places where you're feeling a little oily. And you can
Hey, Marissa. Sorry.
Yeah.
Since I'm like 20 years older than you, I need to know. Is this going to draw attention to the things going on?
Expression lines.
It's actually setting the cream rather than letting the cream set into the wrinkles. So you want to make sure that you're setting the cream with powder.
I was good until just now, and now I feel like I am the Halloween girl now.
Let me see. You're good. I would just have done it like a little lower. That's okay. You can go back with your contour and kind of do it a little bit over
And then
top.
blend it out.
Yep. And then you can kind of like
Feathering.
I'm gonna buff it away, Wanda,
Yeah.
it's gonna disappear. I promise. I promise
One
you.
other tip that if you're worried about this being like dryish, right, or more extra wrinkly, take a little bit of our oil-free hydrating gel and put a little bit of that on before you're doing your stuff, because that's gonna like still it's oil-free, and so it's not gonna be thick and it's gonna absorb quickly. But that is a tip that I got from makeup artist Lori Hogg about putting a little bit of the oil-free hydrating gel on here before.
Before the baking?
Just before you're putting your eye, like your makeup on.
Okay.
Your eye, like just an extra boost of hydration to keep that tight and locked in and hydrated.
So this is going to just kind of give yourself like a cut clean line with your contour. Wanda looks mad. What is wrong? Okay.
I was
What'd you
feeling
do?
gorgeous up until that last application. Now I'm like,
Let me see it. Let me see close.
Just blend it.
Simple moment.
Blend
Can you
it.
go a little closer? Come a little closer. What's wrong? So yeah, just take your brush and just fluff it all away.
which brush?
The same
fine.
brush.
All over?
Yeah, just flush it all away. Don't add more. Just
Why
kind
did
of
you
flush
add
it all
more
away.
extra?
Brush, I'm asking.
No,
You don't have
that's
to. Okay,
why
yeah,
I
you
said
don't have to add more.
more
Just kind of.
stuff to it.
I think you want that off.
I thought you were adding more.
No, I'm not.
See, that's
Sorry.
Perfect. And then
I'm gonna be quiet.
There you
yeah, and
Now
then if
you're
you feel-
gorgeous again.
If you feel like you put too much on, you can take a little more contour and just go back in where you did with it, and just kind of add a little bit more. So when you're doing this part, the baking part, you go a little bit lower than the contour, and then you create that line. Because then when you take it off, it's like a clean cut line.
Okay.
Contour that could cut. Okay, that's what we're going for. Yeah, and then if you're feeling like it's too like straight of an edge, you can kind of buff it out with a contour brush again with nothing else on it, and just kind of clean it up a little bit. But yeah, this is just going to give a nice contoured look. And again, okay, so this is, you can zoom in on me a little bit.
A question was, can you use candlelight?
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you can all you want. So again, this is my contour face, and this is my non-contour.
Look straight ahead for a second, please. And look
Wow.
at the cheekbone. Like, see how it's like she was saying, lifted.
Yeah.
It's like her contoured side is truly lifted.
Yeah.
That might be better.
Yeah. You can see it.
Nice.
Mhm.
Look at you, supermodel.
It makes
Nice.
it
It does.
like so more
Mhm.
lively on. And lately, since I am getting more tan, like I like to use a mineral powder in my own color, a little bit lighter than my own color, versus a loose powder, the translucent one, just because it is so light and white. So if you're feeling like it's a little bit like white for you, just use a
Mm.
and then you have contoured.
Nice.
I didn't really have time to do eyes today, but you can go back and look at the summer look week, and then that one shows how to do eyeshadow, and then it's basically the same thing I was gonna do. So
Very nice.
And next week we're gonna be back. So I know that we were gonna have this be the month of July, but you know, things are just a little bit slower. So we're gonna be doing next week Thursday. That's gonna be our bonus week, and we are going to be playing with that palette and really playing up those eyes. So it's gonna be fun, and we can put it all together. So it's gonna be great. Yay!
So take a picture of your contour. If you just did one side like I did, or if you did both, take a picture, send it to your consultant, and we'll post it for you. We just kind of want to see what you learned today. So
Look at that.
yeah, it makes it.
Wow.
And you guys got to take a picture face on also. You know how we make our collage? Because I'm like amazed at like, what? Up here, down here. Like, I mean, like,
Perky happy, droopy sad.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh
so colors, try your look because we want to see it posted in your groups that you're a part of, whether it be your VIP group that you're a part of, and we would love to see it. So we cannot wait.
Any more questions?
And text your consultant if you have questions about contouring too, if you didn't get to ask them today,
Yes.
because they can answer them for you.
And remember, hashtag live or hashtag replay, so we'll know.
Yes.
Hope you girls have
Yeah.
fun tonight.
So, go back and watch the replays because we still got some drawings to do. We need some feedback and some comments.
Yes.
Bye,
How do they do
guys.
it? How do you do it for the TikTok? How do you do that thing? What do you do? Okay.
Oh, I have no idea. You guys know I'm the oldest chick here, so when you say TikTok, I'm like TikTok toe. What did she say? TikTok? TikTok?
Tiki tiki tembo.
Oh dear.
All right.
Thanks, Marissa. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Marissa. Bye, guys.